Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Tardis Zone Live. We have the overnights in for Nikola Tesla's Night of Terror. It truly was something terrifying, but not in the way you imagine. Yes, this episode was pretty awful. I'd like to welcome you all in the chat. I've tried a little intro there. On my end, it was skipping to bits, so I don't know what I actually looked like on your end, guys, but nice to have you all here. Someone says I'm muted. No, I've unmuted me self there now. I hope you can all hear me. But yeah, I just want to thank Pasta Salad for that intro. Was it Pasta? Yeah, I think it was. Did it for me ages and ages ago. So it's good that I was able to actually use them. What you call it. So yeah, nice little intro there. But I've got an article from the Independent, and we're gonna have a look at that. The ratings themselves were down by, I'll tell you now, the official ratings were, because I have them here. Hold on. And we have, oh yeah, by the way, this stream is also on Facebook. So it's actually on the Tardis Zone official Facebook group at the same time. I'm just had to get in a comment from a Facebook user there. So welcome. This is a new thing we've decided to try. So we're actually simultaneously streaming on Facebook and on YouTube. So let's have a look. Where's these ratings again? We'll get them now. Hold on. We'll just put this article up anyway. So we have an article from the Independent that I've had in the sidelines here. Hold on now. Just bear with me. This is the first time I'm trying all of this. So I just want you to bear with me and use yourselves. I'm not very good at all of this, but I am trying, and I'm trying new things, just to see. But yeah, hold on. I'm still trying to find these ratings. It's actually probably on this article that I'll put up. Hold on. So there we go. I hope everybody could see that article there anyway. Oh, why is it gone off the screen? Oh no, there it is. There it is. Right. Right. Let me see. We've got Lily Who Garbage, Stephen Cassidy, Collins in the chat. Who else have we got? Just let's see, guys. We got Mike De Souza, John Lays is here as well. Welcome. Get It Together Now and Charlotte Shields are here as well. We've got a Lone Wolf and Professor Taskels is here as well. Welcome. Crystal is here. Nice to see you. David Payne is also here. Nice to see you all, guys, I have to say. And thanks for joining me. We will be live actually later on tonight as well. Let me see. So, where is these figures? I had them there in me. Oh, there they are. No, wrong ones. I mean, oh, Jesus, man. There we go. It was 4.2 It was 4 million. For just under 4.5 million. Oh no, 4.1 million. So it's lost what 200,000. It's lost about 200,000 viewers again. As I said, I know a lot of people said that this this episode was going to take a bigger hit. It's not. As I said, this is going to be a slow decline. Because Doctor Who fans, whether because we're Doctor Who fans, so we know this. They're loyal. It's going to take a lot for them to walk away. Some have already walked away, but they're walking away week by week. We were looking at some of the comments on Rotten Tomatoes last night, and BD. Last night, me and Cheryl actually we ended up awake all morning reading reviews. Cheryl was reading me reviews, and what we noticed was Cheryl actually made put a review up herself, and her review didn't show up. And a lot of other reviews, and we took a screenshot of Rotten Tomatoes last night, right? Because I've got a funny feeling, because when we went into Rotten Tomatoes, you'll actually notice all of the negative comments are gone. All of the negative comments are gone. And by the way, I've noticed as well, all of these comments that are giving it a 7, an 8, a 9, even a 10 out of 10, right? It's a review like, excellent episode, great pacing. It's like if it's written by, as they accuse us, a bot. It's not a human person that's making this review. You can tell the difference between a human review and these other reviews. It's actually a joke now. But again, it's interesting. The critics score is down again. So no matter what you say about the audience score, right? You cannot rig the critic score, and the critic score is down again. So let's have a look at this article here now by The Independent, and we will give it a read there. Hold on, I'll just close this window for you. Is there now? Hopefully I do. Yeah, there it is. So these are testing times at the Tardis. Doctor Who's ratings are plunging earthward as Dancing on Ice sucks viewers into its celebrity tractor beam, and Winter Love Island hoovers up all the media attention. Imagine saving the world on numerous occasions, across many time periods, and in a variety of interesting costumes, only to be overshadowed by grinning speedo bots from planet Permantian. What's that? 5? Permantian 5, is it? Permantian 5?
Permanent.
Yeah, but what's this?
Yeah, it's 5.
5, I was right.
That's 4.
4. What's that? Permantian 4. Yeah. It is enough to properly jam up your sonic screwdriver. I'm not getting into the sonic screwdriver business again, but all I'll just say is that she needs to stop using that bloody thing. It's actually ridiculous now at this stage. This downward spiral is, alas, unlikely to be reversed by Nikola Tesla's Night of Terror. If anything, it may deepen Chris Chibnall's winter of discontent. This is another genre mashup from the new showrunner that pays tribute to a comparatively obscure figure from the annual's Gilded Age inventor Tesla, and emphasizes human drama over cackling aliens. It's perfectly lovely, is what die-hard Whovians want, though. Is it perfectly lovely? Is it what die-hard Whovians want, though? Right. I could say no. Now, I've been looking, before I continue this article, I've been looking at videos and reviews and Twitter reviews, obviously, of this episode. And as I said, myself and Cheryl were actually looking at reviews for Series 12 in general this morning. And you could tell, and Cheryl will agree with me here, I think, you could tell the difference between a human review and ones that don't look like they're written by someone, because some of the reviews, they're short and sweet, and you even said it yourself. How is that a review?
I don't know that they're necessarily bots, but what I would say is they're just definitely people.
people that have no what? Intelligence.
No. I was just gonna say I think that they're just definitely people that go on just to be Doctor Who's the greatest thing in the whole wide world. You're stupid for not loving it. Period. Because those are the views that are getting the 9s and the 10s and stuff. Literally say nothing other than Jodie Whittaker is so beautiful. I love her.
Yeah.
10 out of 10. So I mean, I think it's just the J-bots are so desperately trying to adjust the ratings because they know they're bad. So I would guess there's probably been a call to arms that they've been told to go flood Rotten Tomatoes and IMDb with positive reviews. And as I showed you on the earlier comment,
that's what I'm saying.
my thing's been removed.
Well, here's the thing as well. Yeah, we noticed that a lot, that people that were putting up a review were saying that their first review obviously didn't show up. Some guy went as far as to say, this is my third review, and you have taken down me first two. Also, the main criticism from fans wasn't just the writing. It did come across people are not behind Jodie Whittaker. A lot of people, actually, it was like some people had actually listened to her panel last night, because one person in particular actually said that she sucks the life out of every scene that she's in. That, like, the scene is brought down, exactly what we said on the panel last night. So let's read the rest of this article. These are cackling aliens, it's true, but ones who unfortunately feel cobbled together from the cutscenes in a 15-year-old PlayStation game. I agree. The Scorpions were the thing that I was actually most looking forward to when we originally seen the trailer. And I have told people that this was an episode I was actually looking forward to. A few things actually I'd like to address. I've seen all these younger fans say, oh, it was great, I learned a lot of history. You learned absolutely nothing about Tesla. Nothing at all. You learned about a couple of inventions and you learned about the stuff with Edison, right? But you didn't actually learn any details. You were just given a brief oversight of what was going on, to be quite honest with you, right? There was a couple of name drops as well, and some of these inventions thrown in there, right? That's not learning about someone or history, right? Just because it was set in 1903 doesn't make it a historical episode either. I'm sick and tired of these fans, right? Overhyping all these episodes. It wasn't a great episode, right? It wasn't a great episode. Was it worse than Orphan 55? No, it wasn't worse than Orphan 55. But I am sick and tired of everybody overhyping these episodes. Why can't you just tell the bloody truth? And I'm not talking about J-bots here, because no matter what she does, it's going to be perfect. I'm talking about these Doctor Who fans that are selling themselves out, basically. You know this rubbish isn't good enough, but yet you are supporting it, and I just can't get my head around it. You are watching your show being destroyed each week. And there was absolutely nothing new learned about Tesla, because someone that has studied Tesla, like a lot of my people in the live chat, I bet you there's loads of people that know about Tesla, know everything about Edison, know about those two, about when Tesla was working with Edison and stuff, the way Edison screwed them over. Okay, we all know, right? But we know all these inventions. We know there's even conspiracy videos out there. Now I'm going a bit too far with that one, but there's conspiracy theories out there. But I know a lot about. There was nothing new learned, right? So these kids are saying, "Oh, I learned a lot of history. I was well educated." Holy shit! If that's the level of education today, well then I am very, very sorry for this generation, because that is not education. It's an absolute joke, and Chris Chibnall is pulling the wool over people's eyes. It's an absolute joke. It is. I'm telling you, it wasn't worse than Orphan 55. But as I said, this is going to be a slow decline, and I think I am right. Lots of people were saying, there'll be 500, maybe a million. It'll take a big hit. It won't. See, this is the thing. Fans are boycotting, but it's each week. They're just like, some fans are leaving at different times. That's what it is. But they are leaving. It's just some are hanging on more than others, and some have just had enough. And this is what's going to happen throughout the whole series. So let's continue. The biggest flub is the insecticide Space Queen. She looks like a cross between the Borg matriarch from Star Trek First Contact and a background dancer in an early Prodigy video. I would go as far as to say it was a cheap knockoff of the Arachnos. Now, someone did actually make a point on the Doctor Who forum. Are they in any way related to the Arachnos? Now, obviously that wasn't made clear in the episode, but they could be related. We don't know because Chris Chibnall never lets us know, but we can just assume that this is a creature that he came up with himself. So he basically ripped off the Arachnos, in my opinion. But I do like that comment, to be honest. The background dancer in an early Prodigy video. And if you haven't seen the Prodigy video, I'd advise you to go and check out one of their early videos. They're actually very good. I love the Prodigy, actually. As she made her grand entrance, I struggled to focus over the strains of I got the poison, I got the remedy, I got the pulsating rhythmical remedy rattling around in my skull. Yeah, as soon as she made her entrance, actually, that's when the episode just actually completely died. I'm sorry, but she just sucked the life out of the scene. Everybody's even said it in some of the reviews that I've seen now. They've said the first couple of minutes are interesting, and they actually are. But as soon as she enters the room, that's it. It's game over. The episode is just, they just come blundering through, don't they? Like, it's ridiculous. Chibnall and writer Nina Matavir, wherever her name is, have cobbled together a serviceable hour of Whovians daring do, and the episode will play well to those who have appreciated their science fiction garnished with historical tidbits. There was no historical stuff in this. Stop saying that as well, you idiots. We learned nothing. Just because it's in 1903 doesn't make it a historical episode, because there was nothing fucking learned. What education, what did we actually learn new about Tesla or Edison? Absolutely nothing that we don't already know. And if today's kids don't know that, well, then shame on the educational system, right? Because they should be learning about these people in primary school. Having recovered a bit too quickly, perhaps, from last week's revelation that the Earth is doomed to environmental collapse, the Doctor and the gang have traced an unrelated alien signal back to the turn of the century in New York. There they stumble into the feud between the idealistic Tesla and the slicker, publicity-savvy Thomas Edison, who portrayed a fresh-faced alien in Peter Davison's farewell to Doctor Who in 1984. Edison is perceived as the genius, Tesla as a crank. I'm sorry, but even when Cheryl actually read that line out, she made the comment as well. No, that's not the way I seen it. Actually, it's the other way around. Edison was more the crank, and Tesla was the one that was the genius. I don't know where you're getting that from. This is typical, though, of the media. Tesla will never truly get the credit that he deserves. Now, I did like the fact that in the episode, he wasn't bashed as much as I thought he was going to be bashed in this episode. There was a couple of lines, everybody knows by now. There's a couple of lines I didn't like. But other than that, they treated them with a bit more respect than I thought they were going to. But I didn't see that in that episode. Tesla was not the crank. So I don't know where they're getting that from. The Chichuas extraterrestrial known better. They attempt to kidnap the eccentric Serb and dragging him into their ongoing mission of scavenging technology across the galaxy. Actually, there was one line actually that we overlooked when I watched the episode, and it's just after popping into my head there. when Tesla was going back to his lab with the doctor and stuff, someone actually shouted, "Go back to where you belong," right? That was obviously a dig at what's happening in America right now with the whole Donald Trump thing and the wall and stuff. And again, you've got your anti-American politics in this episode. We forgot to actually highlight that. Blue Bonnet did actually bring it up when it came to Graham, but that was another line as well. And he turns around and Tesla says, "I'm an American citizen," like, but it was an actual. There was actually no need for that line to be thrown in there, other than Chris Chibnall showing his dislike for because he's an anti-American. That's all he is, and you get all this anti-American politics. Last year, you go with the Donald Trump wannabe in Iraq, and it's the UK. It's just typical from Chibnall, and he's not going to change, but he does it more subtly this time. Well, we say that, and then we got the message in Orphan 55 hammered over our heads, didn't we? It plays out as expected. Aliens are zapped. Tesla and Edison learn to set aside the differences and work together. That's another thing I actually want to actually ask, because some fan asked this. So how come the Doctor mind wiped everybody in the last few episodes, but let Edison and Tesla keep their memories? And your woman, I forget your woman's name because these characters are unforgettable. But
she was actually a secretary. But the thing is I did read an article last night saying that if you look back in history, the Doctor rarely did the mind wipe because it's so intrusive and stuff. And it was actually, oh my God, I just said actually like you. It was more like the opposite. No, people can hear me. I've checked.
That's
why
okay.
I'm not shouting, because I don't want to be
I didn't think they could hear you because you're very loud to me and I'm there.
Yeah,
they won't hear you.
Shouting American. No, but what they were saying was that if you look back, it was actually more awful for her to have done it to the girls in Spyfall, because if you look back at all the other history stuff, they rarely did that.
Yeah, I know, but still, if you're
It's the lack of consistency,
continuity.
Yeah.
That's what it is, and Doctor Who fans expect that though. That's the thing. See, these casual fans don't care about inconsistencies. That's the problem, and we do. So let me see. So it plays out. Yeah. So it plays out as expected. Aliens are zapped. Tesla and Edison learn to set their differences aside and work together. The Doctor obeys her core programming and flaps around speaking at 1.5. Oh, who used to do that times too quickly. It's brisk, breezy, fun, a hoot in fact. And if you enjoyed the season so far, no I haven't, you'll be thrilled as Tesla's real life Wardenclyffe Tower is used to foil the slimy extraterrestrials. It is pushing it slightly to claim he invented Wi-Fi, however. The problem is that Chibnall and Metavere are clearly far more invested in the dynamic between Tesla and Edison and they with the Doctor than in the cannibalistic, I knew I'd get it, invaders. Tesla is today better known for lending his name to the geeky car company founded by Grimes' boyfriend, and is admirable that Chibnall and his team should seek to right the grievous injustice. And yet the harsh truth is that a heartfelt homage to a pioneering electric engineer is unlikely to give Dancing on Ice great deal to fret over. And that is that last line there. And yet the harsh truth is that a heartfelt homage to a pioneering electric engineer is unlikely to give Dancing on Ice, a 10-year show that has actually gone stale now, deal to fret over. Dancing on Ice is slaughtering Doctor Who. An absolute joke. Absolute joke. Now let's remove that from the screen. But I mean, I just, this is absolutely ridiculous. I think I seen hold on, because I want to make sure now. There's 58 people watching. Thank you guys. Did I maybe I'm seeing things, but I thought I seen a super chat.
You did. It's way up. It's from garbage. Almost to the top.
Almost to the top.
Yeah. When you were talking about the
Oh, there we go. There we go. So he's and it's a £5 super chat. Thank you, Garbage. Appreciate it. Hi, no, both streams working fine. Facebook 10 seconds behind YouTube. I missed yesterday's live stream, but caught up last night in Judoon's 2 parts. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Yeah, as I said, we are actually simultaneously live streaming on Facebook, the Tardis Zone official Facebook group, and obviously on YouTube. I thought it was a good idea to give it a bit of a try, see what happens. So yeah. So as I said, this is going to be a real slow decline. But some people have predicted it will finish on about 3.8 million. Some have even said under 3 million. I don't see it going under 3 million, but I'm going to make a prediction right now, and I've been pretty good so far, I have to be honest. So I'm going to say that this show is going to finish with 3.4 million. By serious end, 3.4 million it will end with. And it's such a shame, because as we've said numerous occasions on this channel, you know, it was never gonna work. Are you plugging Teddy's Terrier Tales on this channel?
I am, because he's playing with his ball right now.
Right. Have you got a new video for the folks though?
No, but most people haven't seen it.
All right.
You got new people.
Well, if you haven't seen Teddy does come on this stream, so we have a little Teddy channel. If anybody's interested in looking at Teddy having a bit of a laugh, there you go. I'll just put it up on the screen there, because she, you know, we want Teddy. Yeah, he's eating his dinner now. He plays with his ball and eats his dinner. It's actually quite weird. But as I said, yeah, the ratings is not great. Someone also sent me the overnights. The overnights for the last couple of episodes are not looking great either. I mean, let me see. I'll get them now. Hang on. Oh, they're consolidated. Sorry. Right, hold on. What's going on here? Right. So we've got this ratings accumulator. So let's have a look. I'll put it up on the screen now. Please hang on. As I said, I'm still only getting used to this, guys, but I hope I'm doing all right so far from my first time. Right, so all I need to do now is do share screen. And we want to, it's that one, isn't it? There we go. And if I'm correct in saying, if I go in now, the StreamYard, you guys should see that now? Is that up on the screen there? Can you, all you guys, see that article that I've just put up on the screen? Let me know. Actually, Cheryl could let me know because she's actually watching the screen. Is that Doctor Who article gone up onto the screen?
Japanese anime and manga, the series 11.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Right. Let's have a look at this. Right, Doctor Who. I'm not reading this whole thing, but we'll just Doctor Who television ratings 2018-19. This post will be updated each week throughout its run. Okay. So that was series 11, wasn't it? Yeah, that's series 11. Right, where's series? I thought series 12. There, no. Do I where do I go?
Well, if you look at the debut ratings, though.
Yeah, but hang on, I'm trying to find series 12 because they'd have it up now. Hold on. Series 12, there we go. Right, we'll start with there. I got it. Right. Sorry, as I said, still getting you. I'm crap with technology, but I'm trying. So I hate when all these ads pop up as well, though. Slows everything down. Right. Hopefully that's popped up on user screens. Alright, clicked into the there we go. Right, let's see how it's going so far. Now these get updated all the time. Now I know it's on Doctor Who TV and some would question them, but it'd be interesting to see. I mean, they can try bump up the figures as much as they want, but in reality, it'll always. I think it'll always even out in the end. And right, here we go. So the episodes. Right. So this is for series 12. So episode 1, as we all know, got the overnight viewing figures was 4.88 million. Right, the consolidated then was 6.7 million. And I don't, what's this, plus 4 screen, 6.89 million, AI 82. If anybody knows what any of that means, you can let me know, because I haven't got a clue. I only know about the overnights and the consolidated. I don't know what those other figures are. But let's look at episode 2. So episode 2, you can see the overnights are down. But also you can see the consolidated figures are down. Now, you will see the plus 4 screen, they gained 6.07 million. So there was a bit of an uptake on that one, and the AI was 82 again. But you can see it there. There's clearly, you know, the consolidated figures are down from last week. Are down from episode 1 to episode 2. You can see it. So the consolidated figures, like last year, series 11, are showing the same trend. They're both down. Yes, they're gaining in consolidated figures, but they're still down from the episode that aired the week before. So now we've got probably one of the worst episodes of Doctor Who's history, Orphan 55. That's episode 3. That got a 4.19 million. In the consolidated figures, though, it did get over a million, 5.25 million. The plus 4 screen, whatever that is, if someone can tell me in the chat, it's 5.38 million, and the AI is 77. But again, you could see it again, the same trend. The overnights are down, the consolidated figures are down, and this +4 thing, screen thing, whatever that is, they're all down. Every single one of them are showing the same trend as last year. It's as simple as that. And they, BBC, the media, they can say whatever they want, these people that are supporting this show. The facts do not lie, right? It's there for everybody to see. You can see it there. Look, there's no hiding from it. Every single one of them are down. So they really need to they really need to be on top of this, the BBC, because they're in danger of losing this great franchise because they're too proud to admit that they've got it wrong. So there's those figures. I mean, it is quite startling if you ask me. I don't know what to say anymore. It's just really, it's not that is just sad. I don't know what you guys think in the live chat there, but that is awful. I mean, that's unforgivable. The ratings are poor. Very, very poor. Even less people want to catch up on it. You're right, exactly, and that's the sad thing, and that's what BBC were banking on apparently. Because if you remember, when that guy that actually does the ratings each week, he said after the second episode, well, Doctor Who will be looking for heavy of word of mouth and all, and what people say and early reviews. Well, I'm sorry, but that's not how you do it. That's not how you do it. I'm sorry, but that's unacceptable. You should be putting the best product out that you have out there. It's as simple as that. And you're not. It's absolutely ridiculous. Let's see if there's any more Doctor Who news while we're here. And then I'm going to go off for a while because then we're going to be live later on. I'm going to try see if I can get a panel together. I know it'll be short notice, but I'll say one or two people won't mind coming on tonight so we can just have a little bit of a chat. Right, here's one from Digital Spy. So, do you know what? Because Digital Spy annoy us, right? Because 1 minute they praise the episodes and the next minute they're criticizing. So, they're actually back again criticizing. Which is apparently now, according to this, right? I'll put it up on the screen now in a second. I just want to wait because there's a video of Jodie Whittaker, Manip Gill, and Towson Cole there sitting there, and I just want to make sure that the sound doesn't come on because if it does, this stream will be bloody copyrighted, and I don't
start talking really loud over it.
And I don't even want to be looking at them. Oh, there she. Can you not even pause this? Can you not take this video off? I don't even want to be looking at her. Right, you can't. Unfortunately, you are going to get to see her as well. For a few seconds only, though. Don't worry. I won't do that to you. Oh, no, hold on. I think I can get rid of her. Oh, I've just moved her over the other side. Right, here we go. Right, let's have a look at this screen rant. Oh no, Digital Spy. Didn't I say Digital Spy? See, that's what Doctor Who does to you, right? They've dumbed it down so much that I'm actually becoming stupid. I used to, you'd learn something, Doctor Who. You're not learning that, and it's all dumbed down. But of course, that's what can you do? That's today's audience, isn't it?
It's today's people.
Yeah, you're right, actually.
They need everything completely laid out for them.
Yeah.
Because they're incapable of thinking on their own or having any rational.
Exactly. So, this is Doctor Who's portrayal of Nikola Tesla overlooks a major issue. This goes against everything the show believes in. And as you can see, the article is by David Opie. if I'm actually saying that right, I think I am. And you're seeing when the article dropped there. So let's just get with it. Right. So it says, and we don't really care on this channel, but just if anybody still hasn't seen this episode, if you are going to watch, just be advised that there is major spoilers apparently in this article. I don't really care, to be honest with you, but let's get on with it anyway. In season 12's ongoing bid to feature every major inventor in history, the latest episode of Doctor Who visited Nikola Tesla in New York in 1903. Appropriately titled Nikola Tesla's Night of Terror, it sees the famed scientist introduced soon after accidentally contacting some aliens. Unfortunately for him, they answered back, which Yaz actually had a problem about. Yaz actually said, seriously? The Tesla? Of course he was going to answer it back, you bloody idiot. Oh, get away. She annoys me. That's supposed to be a cop, by the way. Your favorite, Goran Viznik, okay, brings Tesla to life, complete with that mustache. And the episode also explores his rivalry with Thomas Edison. Well, did it really? See, this is the thing. You keep saying it dealt with it. There was a few little scenes, but nothing major. Like, yeah, there was no build up to this. You know, if you're going to teach kids today, right, this should have been a two-parter, to be quite honest with you, because you could have laid the foundations in the first episode and then let them do whatever they wanted in the second episode. But the rivalry, they end up bleeding friends in the end. Right, while battling the not-so-adorable Skitra, fucking stupid name for a bleeding alien, mentioned is also made of Tesla's various scientific achievements. Chief among these are his research findings, which led to the widely used Tesla coil and his contribution to the AC, alternating current electricity supply system. Now there he is. You know, he performed well. I actually liked him as Tesla. It's just a pity that, and I even said it on Twitter, it's just a pity that the script that he was given and the dialogue was so bad. Born in modern-day Croatia in 1856, the Serbian-American inventor became rightly known as the most influential scientist who ever lived. Doctor Who plays up to this a great deal, painting Tesla out to be heroic yet tragic figure who didn't receive the recognition he deserved in his lifetime. Actually, that just reminds me, some idiot, and I'm sorry, you know, Cheryl says I shouldn't call names, but in this case, this person is an idiot. To compare this episode to on getting Vincent and she said that Vincent one. I'm getting the same feeling off this episode. Well, I'm sorry, no. Vincent and the Doctor actually dealt with depression and was actually a far superior episode and actually played on your emotional heartstrings, and you actually genuinely felt sorry for Vincent. Now, I'm not saying he didn't feel sorry for Tesla in this episode, but to say that I had the same feels, the same vibes, you're an idiot. And I'm sorry, but you don't ever taint that episode with this crap. Right? It's not even in the same category as this crap. Right. Yaz in particular is affected by this, telling the Doctor that it's not right. His contributions should be so overlooked. Yeah, but here's the thing. You gave out to him because he sent the signal, right? And now you're saying, I don't know what he was doing with Yaz. Yaz was all over the place. And by the way, Manip Girl or Mandip, whatever her name is, Mandip, I keep thinking Manip. It is Manip, innit? Yeah. Manip Gill is a terrible actress. She's just as bad as Jodie Whittaker. And I don't know why he's writing her snarky some weeks. And she's supposed to be a cop. And by the way, yeah, she all of a sudden she had this scientific knowledge. Some people pointed that out, which is a bit weird. Where did that come from?
I know. I still stand by the point that she didn't know who Tesla was.
Yeah.
Not a flipping clue.
I know.
And then when he made the comment that he didn't know that the Martians or the aliens had responded, she's like, really? All super sanctimonious and pissy about
I know.
it? And it's like, wait, how would he know? He's got technology from the early 1900s.
Exactly. This echoes a growing number of Tesla supporters who worked to raise his profile in light too, positioning him as a morally good man who fought against evil rivals like Edison. Unfortunately, Tesla's story is much more complicated than that. Don't get us wrong, Edison was something of a tool, but just like anyone, Tesla was a product of his time, and despite all the incredible things he achieved, he was also far from perfect. But you don't have to put that line in. We know he was far from perfect, but if you measure up what Edison did, well, Edison is a tool, you're right, but he's the bigger tool, right? Tesla actually tried to change humanity, whereas Edison was looking at the dollar signs, which was actually portrayed in this episode, and people said that it was a bit of capitalism. But I didn't mind that as much, because it did show that Tesla was greedy. He went and he stole other people's paintings and stuff, and steal their work. Edison, I don't think, what did Edison actually invent himself is the question we should be asking ourselves. He's a charlatan of history, to be honest. It should be Tesla getting all the accolades. And as Cheryl says, Edison electrocuted an elephant just to prove a point, to make Tesla look bad, right? And anybody that does that to an innocent elephant is a scumbag. A few years back, the Smithsonian uncovered an issue of Liberty magazine published on February 9th, 1935, which included some of Tesla's predictions for the future. Most notably among these was his belief that eugenics would be universally established by 2100 to weed out the less desirable strains of humanity. According to him, sterilizing the criminal and insane, it's not sufficient, and instead marriage should be made more difficult. As Tesla put it, a century from now, it will no more occur to normal person to mate with a person eugenically unfit than to marry a habitual criminal. But look, he was ahead of his time, and he's got, I mean, if you look at what scientists are doing with DNA and stuff, well, he's actually right. They are trying to weed out less desirables. You've heard of everybody's heard of the term designer baby, right? These babies that are started off in a test tube. We've seen it. That's what they're called, designer babies. So people are, and we've seen movies as well actually show it. Actually, for example, there's a movie with Ricky Gervais now. I know it's a comedy, but it's called The Invention of Lying. But everybody is paired up with their bone structure and stuff like that, and the more successful, the more beautiful looking people. He was right though. He's right. What's wrong with saying that? He was just saying what he was thinking at the time in 1903. That doesn't make him a bad person. I'm not saying he was perfect, but that doesn't make him a bad person. What? Because he said that? Loads of people have said that after him. Right, so Nikola wasn't the only historical figure of note to believe this. See, there you go. Many actively supported eugenics around this time, including H.G. Wells, Winston Churchill, and the Nazi Party. I like the way they just whacked the Nazi Party in there, though, just to make it, oh, you can't say that now, it's the Nazi Party. Everybody was saying it at the time. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't matter whether you're a Nazi, as Winston Churchill, H.G. Wells. Are we going to dislike these people less? Well, we do dislike the Nazis because we know what they did. But do you honestly believe that H.G. Wells believed in what the Nazi party believed he'd go that far? I don't think they would go that far. Maybe I'm wrong. But it doesn't mean that just because you say something, you're going to do something. It's just Hitler decided to do something because he was a mad lunatic. Who would subsequently take the ideology to horrific extremes in World War II. Yeah, the Nazi Party did. Doesn't mean that the rest of them would take it to horrific extremes. And to be honest, I don't think that's what they were talking about. Death camps and stuff like that to weed out the weak, you know? Jesus Christ, it was a different time anyway. It's understandable that Doctor Who wouldn't explore this on screen, of course. At the end of the day, well, we have had Nazis in the show so far. This show is aimed primarily at children, but the children seem Nazis. And Tesla's personal beliefs in this regard have no particular bearing on the story. No, but we had Nazis already. If the writers were to condemn him for this, then they could have easily attacked other historical figures who have appeared in the show before on the show too. Yeah, but we already had Nazis. So why, you know what I mean? If you're going to do the story then, right, and you want to be true to the story then, well then you should have done it again because you've already done it. But again, those type of stories don't have any relevance in Doctor Who. You could do a Nikola Tesla story with vengeance, but you didn't have to have Edison in it. You didn't have to have these stupid monsters. You know, the Doctor could have seeked out Tesla's help. You know, there might be something that the Doctor, I know some people say, that'd be unbelievable, but, you know, there could have been a problem that only Tesla could sort out. You know?
Hey, Noel, I'm looking at ThinkBox's report programs.
Right.
And so for the second week, January 6th through 12th, and it was just updated today, so that's the most recent I have. It gives the top 50 programs on TV based on the size of their total viewing audience over the week, including live, time shifted, Bosdol, all that stuff. And you can run filters on it.
Right.
So I did a filter of women aged 16 to 34 because I just kind of felt like that was probably the targeted demographic for Jodie Whittaker.
Yeah.
So the number one rated show is Love Island.
Right.
Then Masked Singer. And then we get into Coronation Street, 24 Hours in Police Custody, White House Farm, Hollyoaks, Dancing on Ice.
Right.
Bradley Walsh's show, The Voice. Blah, 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 blah. Literally, Doctor Who is not even in their top 50.
Right, so Doctor Who is not in the top 50.
For women 18 to 34.
For women 18 to 34.
And that particular week in the ratings, it was rated 26 out of 50, right behind Country File.
Right.
And right before one of the episodes of BBC News
right.
6.
I want to ask you something. Can you filter that to anybody that's under 18? So say on 18 to say
I can filter by individuals, adults, ABC One adults 16 to 24.
Yeah, do that demographic because they're the ones that mostly comment on Twitter and say that are fans of this. See what their demographic.
Okay, number one, Love Island.
Right.
Number two, Welcome to HMP Belmarsh with Ross Kemp. Then Coronation Street, The Masked Singer. Now Coronation Street, it's each individual episode. So like there'll be several of those.
Right.
The Voice, Emmerdale, White House Farm, Dancing on Ice. Hold on, I'm at 20 now, Hollyoaks.
Right, so Dancing on Ice is actually
Bradley
on this
Walsh's
list.
show has beaten her in
And Bradley Walsh's show was in it as well. No.
So has Celebrity Catchphrase and Gino's Italian Express.
Yeah, but Starney Doctor Who.
I'm at 45 now. No Doctor Who.
So for the demographic that this show is actually aimed at, the young girls that this show is aimed at, none of them are watching. They're all watching Love Island and Dancing on Ice. That's just see.
Housewives with kids. Oh, kids! I can look by kids.
Oh, there we go. So she's checking with Housewives with kids.
First, it's Housewives with kids.
Oh.
And I'm just looking to see if Doctor Who's on there.
Doctor Who, yeah, that'll be interesting as well.
No.
Right, and Doctor Who's not on that either. So kids are not watching.
Just kids only?
Yeah, kids only.
Kids.
Right, because this is supposed to be aimed at kids. So let's see if Doctor Who can even break the top 50 with children.
Okay.
This is a thing that
The
she's
Masked
from.
Singer's number one.
The what?
The Masked Singer.
Right.
Then The Voice. Then Love Island. Why are kids watching Love
kids
Island?
Kids are watching Love Island.
Yeah, it's the third-rated.
It's the third rate. It's for kids. Love Island.
I can understand Masked Singer.
No, but hang on. What is this world coming to when young kids are watching a bunch of young adults in their 20s get drunk and actually doing stuff with each other? What are parents doing letting their children watch Love Island? Right, I'll stop going on the rant. Is Doctor Who in the top 50 with kids?
No, but Paw Patrol is.
Right. So Paw Patrol is there, but no Doctor Who for the demographic that this show is actually aimed at. So when people tell you that there's kids watching and there's young adults watching this show, we can safely say that they're not. Now Cheryl is obviously writing up something up on the chat here, so she's gonna write it up on the chat and let you all know. I'll read the rest of this article anyway. However, there is no need to canonize him either. This early episode clearly intends to make us sympathize with Tesla and perceive him as some kind of hero. Well, he was. He was a hero in the field that he was in, and he was demonized. So I thought, you know what, Digital Spy, you just can't write an article without having a dig at someone. Yes, he achieved some incredible things. Yes, he did. And for that, Winston Churchill was a tyrant. Everybody knows it. But he was influential in the fact that the Brits won World War II, right? He'll be remembered for that. He won't be remembered for being a tyrant, right, and actually starving Irish people, right? He won't be remembered for that. Okay, he'll be remembered for all he's good. So forget about the bad. Nobody gives a crap about the bad, because if they've done something good that furthers humanity, right, in the right way, which he tried to do, well, then to me, it doesn't matter. Everybody has flaws. Everybody makes mistakes, right? At the end of the day, you have to let go, move on. If they do something that's great. Look at Steve Jobs, for example. Steve Jobs was the biggest asshole that ever lived, right? But he gave us, I don't like Apple personally, but he gave us some of the greatest inventions that we've ever bloody seen, right? And he'll be remembered for that. He won't be remembered for being an asshole. He'll be remembered for all these inventions. I say if he was alive now, he'd be ashamed of his company now, because you just keep rehashing everything that he invented and pretending that it's new and everybody buys the same crap. And then you buy a new phone with them, right? And then within a year, right, you have to keep updating this crap. And then within a year, then the phone becomes obsolete and then you have to buy the new model. It's all a farce, man. Well, I know that was his thing, but still, what I'm saying is that Apple just, since he's gone, right, they just have no imagination. There's no imagination. Right. While we're hardly suggesting that Tesla should be cancelled, oh my God. The fact that you've actually said that, you idiot. We are hardly suggesting that Tesla should be cancelled, like what they tried to do with John Pertwee, not this group, but John Pertwee, that ad that wasn't even aired, and someone dug it up and tried to cancel him.
Oh, what's the link for this is Digital Spy? People should go on and do the vote.
Yeah, I'm going to say it to them now. So while we are hardly suggesting that Tesla should be cancelled for perpetrating, I know, I am silly, the beliefs of his time, the idea behind eugenics is directly at odds with what Doctor Who represents. It's like Matt Smith's version of the Doctor once said in the Christmas specials, nobody's important. Blimey, that's amazing. You know that in 900 years of time and space, I've never met anybody who wasn't important. Right, so there is actual poll vote there, and you can see it on the screen there. Did the Doctor Who writers make a mistake with Tesla? Right, and the two options only are yes, they should have known better, or no, it's just a kids show. It's not a kids show, right? See, I think we've lost something. Doctor Who originally started off as an educational program, right? So it was aimed at children. when the Daleks came along, it changed. It became a family show. Stop calling it a children's show. And actually, in classic era, you can mostly say it was more aimed at the adults. And this is the biggest mistake I think this current iteration has failed to do. It's failed to keep fans like me entertained, because I don't want the kids show. I want a show that will appeal to me. See, Disney get criticized, right? But when you go and watch a Shrek movie, right? Adults and kids love Shrek, right? Or Toy Story. Why? Because there's adult humor in these kids' movies, right? It is a bit weird when you think of it. There's adult movies in a kids' film, but some of these jokes go over kids' heads, so they don't know what's going on, right? But we get it, and it keeps us entertained. Chris Chibnall's not doing that with Doctor Who. He's just not doing it with Doctor Who, and that's the problem I have. He's not appealing to all demographics. He says even the poster at the start of this series, Space for Everyone, they were making that a point to let you know, oh no, we want you back. We're basically kissing your ass to come back. Well, I'm sorry, it's not gonna work. And it's proven it. As I said, this whole series is going to have a slow decline. So
I have information from Jodie about the Timeless Child in an article.
You have information on Jodie Whittaker on the Timeless Child. Well, I'll tell you what, we'll leave that until we come back, because we're going to go and have something to eat. I didn't actually plan on coming on for the whole hour. I just want to see if I've missed anything in the chat. We see there's a few new faces as well. Welcome, guys. Nice to have you on board. But look, it's I don't know how you all feel about Tesla, but there's no individual out there that's perfect. We all have flaws. We all say and do things that we regret. That's just life, The thing is if you don't learn from your experience, then you're an idiot. This is the thing. When you make mistakes, you've got to learn from those mistakes. And Tesla died alone. He died broke. Well, he died broke anyway. A lot of his inventions were stolen. He was so paranoid as well that some people believe that he buried some of his inventions, and some have never been found, actually. The man was ahead of his time. He was a genius, and he deserves respect for the field that he was in. For that article to even say we're not suggesting that we cancel him, that's exactly what they're suggesting. See, they put that word in there, and then other people will be outraged, and they'll say, yeah, we don't like Tesla, we want them cancelled. The media themselves and the history books have never painted Tesla in a good light. Anyway, it's always been Edison. Even when I was learning in school, you learn about Thomas Edison and all this crap. And there was just something by looking at pictures of Thomas Edison. I remember in the history books, when you look at him, I remember in school even saying, he looks like a right ass. He looks like someone you wouldn't want to mess with, right? And then obviously you get older, and when you get older, then yourself, you become more informed, and you go out and then you start researching these things yourself. And then I start learning a lot more about Tesla and about the work that he did. And for that, he should be, whatever his personal beliefs are, you know what I mean? That shouldn't in any way cloud his achievements, to be quite honest. If he was physically going out there killing people, then I'd say, right, fair enough, yes. But he didn't do.
How many people heard Edison electrocuted?
Exactly.
There's video footage of him
exactly.
That was never taught in school. They hide all that.
Oh no, they hide all the exactly. They hide that sort of stuff, but they bring this sort of stuff up about Tesla. They don't say, even in that article, did you notice that even the guy that wrote that article never said anything about the badness of Edison at all? Edison was an evil piece of dirt. He was you know, in my opinion, he has set this world back a long, long way. Because if we had went down the Tesla route, I think we'd be living in a much different society. I'm being honest with you. I think, you know, we technology would be completely different than what it is. I just don't. I'm not a fan of Edison. Never have been. Um, I I just wish Moffat had written an episode on Tesla. I think he would have done it properly, like he did Vincent and the Doctor properly. For people out there that actually have compared these two episodes, I'm sick. I'm sick of them. But you notice they always try and compare to episodes that we love, and it just makes them look foolish because there is nothing good. Uh, there's nothing that compares to Vincent and the Doctor in those terms. That was just a nice episode, and we all had a nice little cry. Was anybody crying over Tesla last night? I wasn't.
No, but at one point I did think he was going to, Jodie Whittaker was going to try to kiss him or something, but his sexual tension.
Yeah, there was a bit of weirdness going on there. Never brought it up in the stream, yeah. But yeah, I don't know. It's for me, as I said, we will continue to review this abomination, and yeah, we see where it bloody takes us. But I am back tonight. I'm gonna try get a few guests on for a live stream and see what happens. What am I doing? What am I doing? There's something I wanted to do. Where am I? There I am. So Ritz Nom says it was yet another episode I didn't watch under Jodie. Sorry, I cannot stand her. Thanks for watching this, so I don't have to. Same with women, says someone there. Right, guys, that's it. I will be back at 10 o'clock, 2 hours from now. Hopefully, I'll have a panel. Myself and the wife are gonna have something to eat. And
I don't know where you put it.
Let me see. I thought you could put the obviously you can't. I thought you could actually put the little
What? Use your words.
I am using my words there. I thought you could put the video at the end, my little intro video at the end of this, but oh, there we go. I have it. Right, folks, I'm off. I will talk to you all in 2 hours' time. Have a good one. We will obviously talk a bit more detail about the ratings if we have a panel on tonight, and we will certainly look ahead to the Judoon episode. Apparently now, I've checked on IMDb. The Sea Devils are supposed to be appearing in this episode, but we'll have to see. So someone, I don't know, can anybody go in and just edit that? That's what I want to know. Or is that edited by someone?
That's edited by proper people.
Oh, it's edited by...
if you're logged, if you're signed in and stuff, that you can't just go and change.
All right.
So actors can go in and like add themselves.
All right. Well, then that's what must have happened. So the Sea Devils are apparently going to be in this Judoon episode. So we will speculate on who the Judoon are looking for. That'll be fun. And we see what happens. Listen, guys, thanks for joining me on YouTube and also on the Tardis Zone official Facebook group. I hope you have all enjoyed this stream. Sorry about a few of the technical difficulties. Obviously, I'm trying to learn as I go here. So obviously I will get a little bit better as the weeks go on. But until then, talk to you very, very soon.